Corey Title Rep here, Pacific Coast Title Company. Today's Monday, October 9th. Welcome to Title Talk with Corey. This is episode 12. I got in studio today, rockstar, Title Rep, good friend of mine, Paul Castaneda is joining me live in the studio today.
I got the world on my mind.
Yeah. Sean and Corey, carry the show.
Running out of time.
Yes.
Sooner or later they'll see why I got the realest flow. Son of the dark, but I still got the illest flow. And it's ironic to me how a chronic MC can trap me before we drop the chronic CD. You see, it all started in the CPT. When Nina rolled a shotgun, so the fleet C3. Keep the pound in the middle like DPG. Now they love me in the late like CP3. I'm ballin', shout out to Uncle Warren. And all the pretty girls who seeing out while I'm touring. Signing autographs, otherwise I'll ignore them. While I got this rider chick that I'm adoring. Yo.
Center stages and spotlights. Oh, baby. People craze with them fantasy pop life. Social frenzies. Who's your next bestie, baby? False realities and drugstore remedies. I got the world on my mind. And maybe never comes. We're out of time, babe. I got the world on my mind. And maybe never comes. We're out of time, babe.
All right, it's go time. Title Talk with Corey. You got the 2 for 1 today. Stand by.
Y'all know what it is. Lace them hits.
From Tokyo to LA, stop your evil ways. Show this place some love. Make it brighter days. Save the life and save the dream. I can't believe it now. You have to flip the page and you can really see it now. I got the world on my mind. Yes, it's on my mind. Running out of time.
Young.
I got the world. I got the world. Yeah, yeah. I got the world, baby.
Sean and
I
Corey.
got the world, baby. I got the world, baby. Yeah.
Today's Monday, October 9th, and welcome to Title Talk with Corey. This is episode 12, and I got a special guest in the studio today. We got Paul Castaneda.
What's going on?
What's going on? So we're going to go ahead and split our screens. So if you're just jumping on, I apologize. We're a little bit late today. We had some issues with Spectrum this morning. There was a little outage in the area, but we're all good now.
All good.
Good. So, first, I just want to reach out. It's our weekly check-in. And if you guys have anything that you guys need this week, don't forget to reach out, Corey Title Rep. But in this case, we got 2 title reps today. So you got the 2 for 1 deal today.
Yep.
So for those of you who are here for Paul or myself, if you guys need anything this week, you guys reach out to us. Paul, what's your email?
My email is pcastaneda@pct.com. And most of you follow me on Instagram, Paul Castaneda _. You guys want to hit me up, those of you
Yes,
that
sir.
work with me?
Yeah. Well, and you guys know how to reach me too. Open at CoreyTitleRep.com, 626-392-7993. If you guys need any farming this week, any profiles, anything that you guys need done, we're available. And I know Paul is too. You're available 7 days a week pretty much, right?
7 days a week, man. That's what we have to do right now in these times.
It is.
That's the ones that are doing it right out there. They're putting in the extra miles, the extra hours right now.
No, that's exactly what you have to be doing right now.
Mhm,
And that's what I love about what you're doing out there, Paul. Because you're out there like every week, man. I see posts where you're training agents in rooms. I mean, full houses. And I think as a young title rep, because I mean I consider you young, man. But don't get fooled by that, because you're one of the few title reps out there who are you're out there and you're educating weekly.
Mm-hmm.
And during this time right now, we have a very unique market, real estate market. And so you have to be, I always say, you have to be planting the seeds out there.
Mm-hmm.
You got to grow your farm, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right now is the time. I said it like a couple weeks ago. I was in a Zoom meeting with a big luxury listing guy,
Mm-hmm.
listing agent, and he was saying, this is Beverly Hills too. They're saying, he's talking about right now is the time where you have to really start to plant those seeds.
Yep.
Because the plane has landed for a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's about to take off.
Right.
And so this is the time to start growing, and title reps, good title reps like yourself,
Mm-hmm.
your mother,
Oh yeah.
Natalie
Yeah.
Castaneda. This is Team Castaneda, by the way.
Yeah.
This is the second half, the 50% of
Team Castaneda.
Team
Yeah.
Castaneda. So this is Paul, Natalie's son.
Yeah.
How by the way, how is that working with your mom?
It's amazing, honestly. My mom is she's been an amazing mentor all growing up, and working together, it's just it's fun. Obviously, mother-son team. I'm sure we drive each other nuts at times, and the riff-raff between each other. But it's I think we make a great team. And my mom's been doing this for a very long time. I've learned so much from her, and obviously the doors that she's opened for me, the people that I work with because of her, and knowing you and Liz because of her, really,
Right.
Yeah.
And your mom, man, she's tough, man.
She's
a tough cookie. Yeah, don't be fooled by her beauty, because she's a beautiful woman,
Yeah,
but she is
thank
tough.
you. Yeah, no, my mom is, and she's
Yeah.
always been like that, and I think it's what gave me and my siblings thick skin.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. Yeah, my mom's always been like that. The toughest woman I know.
Yeah.
And there's something that goes to say about that. Like, a lot of people I work with out there, you see a lot of single mothers that are realtors and this and that, juggling 10 different things at once. And man, those women out there, shout out to you ladies that are doing that, because that is a tough job.
For sure. No, for sure. I say the same thing about, my wife. She's a badass. I mean, the podcast was going south this morning because of the broadcast, and I'm getting these texts. I promoted it, and so
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm like, well, I don't have no control over the the Wi-Fi, but anyways, hey, we're back.
We pivot, and here we are, and
Exactly.
this is what you got to do, and that's
the show goes on, man.
exactly.
Always, right?
This is a lesson for something bigger, guys. This is a time where we have to pivot, right? Think outside the box and do those little extras.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what are you noticing out there? During a lot of your sessions. I'm trying to get up here weekly. To reach out to the agents that I work with. I'm kind of spread out.
Mm-hmm.
So this platform, this format of coming up here every week on the podcast, I'm trying to share all the latest technology. By the way, I want to just let you guys know to stay tuned in the future, because my good friend Paul here just confirmed we got Benutech on the line, and we just confirmed that we are going to get Benutech out here. We're going to get him on the podcast in the coming weeks. Maybe you can come back for that one.
I would love to, man. I would be honored. I would love to. That's going to be an amazing one, and that's an amazing company, and we obviously utilize their systems to help our agents get out there and thrive.
Yeah, now that would be the PCT Title Toolbox.
Right.
So Benutech is the mother company of the Title Toolbox, right? But they also have some other products that they're going to share and how to utilize those. And this is all marketing platforms, farming platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Rebo Gateway is one of them.
Yeah.
No, but Rebo is it's not the Title Tool, but it's more like Title Toolbox on steroids.
Right.
It's a premium feature. Agents sign up for that. But he's hopefully he'll get up here and share some of that gold with us, because a lot of it is right now is the time to train. This is the time to train, to educate your guys, to educate your teams. And like I was talking about this big listing, luxury listing agent that I was on this Zoom with. He's don't be shy to start setting up those farms. I always say that farming just sounds so hokey, and I hate using that word farm. It just sounds you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so so I always use different terminology, like data analysis and making it sound cool. But the truth is, it's farming.
Right.
If you're not farming right now, you're missing out. You got to get together with guys like Paul, myself. If your title rep isn't doing that for you, please reach out. And I told you 626-392-7993. That's my direct line.
And
Paul,
I'm at 310-486-3436. Both of us are available 7 days a week, you guys.
7 days a week, weekends, weeknights.
That's right.
And I know that's what you guys are doing.
Yeah.
Because you have to. I mean, you have to be that that way, that driven out there in this market right now. There's no more deals just falling on your laps, right?
Yep.
And that goes the same for us as well.
Yeah.
If we're not out there promoting the tools, the resources, and providing the agents with the stuff that they need to stay sharp, then we're going to be missing out.
Yep.
So we got to constantly be out there planting our seeds as well.
1000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got the PCT Title Toolbox. Like I said, it was Benutech, and we're gonna get them. We just got a commitment from them today to be on the podcast over the next few weeks, and we'll probably bring Paul back in for that.
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Hopefully we won't have any problems.
It's okay.
Wi-Fi, man.
Problems are good. They teach you to pivot, and they teach you to figure out a solution. So
that's right, man.
Yeah, if I could just chime on that, piggybacking off what you're saying. Yeah, man, this is an interesting time, right, in this industry. There's what I'm noticing, a lot of agents, you're either kind of pulling back, which is a huge mistake, by the way, and kind of like just trying to wait for the storm to pass, maybe cutting back on things and this and that. No, this is the time to double down on every single thing you're doing. I work with a lot of new agents that are coming into this business fresh, and I really tell them, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, this is the best time to get into real estate if you get the systems in place and if you get the right habits in place, and because this is the time to learn, to hone in, to sharpen the sword, to build your grit and your immune system in this business. And going back to the basics, the fundamentals of the cold calling, the door knocking, the farming, like what Corey said. But now we have to take it a step further and really hone in and be really intentional with every move we make. But the amazing thing is that we have all the technology and the tools to help us do that now.
Yep.
Things that we didn't have back in the day. I mean, how long have you been doing this, Corey?
Jeez, man, it's been over 30 years. Probably.
You don't look like it, dude.
Oh God, dude, look at my white hair.
No, man.
32 years.
Fresh haircut.
32 years.
Nice. See, and that's the thing. You remember the days when things like this didn't exist, right? Because I mean, with my partner, my mom Natalie, same thing. It's like Title Toolbox, all these different resources, social media. I mean, look what we're on right now. This didn't exist at one point.
Right. You got all these free platforms.
Right.
Social media. Well, I remember back in the day, back way before, SB 133, which is the law legislation that governs title. And
the dark cloud over it.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, it was like take donuts or,
Yeah.
just like, there really wasn't much value in what title companies were providing back then.
Right.
And, and again, if that's not the culture, like the culture here is exactly that. We have, in fact, we do a lot of training for agents, real estate agents, and it's really important. It's key. It's key that we continue to provide that training. In fact, we have a training coming up next week. Did we get something?
Oh yeah, I think so. For
a
training next week.
I saw a text come through.
Yeah.
We'll have to share that in the coming days. But we do have another training. I don't know if it's this week. I think it's this week, right? Friday.
I'm not sure.
We'll double check.
Yeah.
We'll double check our records,
and we'll put it on our social medias, of course.
Yeah.
If,
so last week we did a training. Was it last week? It was a week before.
Week before
last.
Yeah,
we did it was a estate or
living trust, estate
Living
planning.
trust,
Yeah,
living trust.
understanding living trust.
Yeah, excellent. I actually was there. I was there for that. And,
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. And Jorge put that on. That was a really good training.
Yeah.
Hello to Dahlia. Dahlia, double down is right, she says.
Yep.
That was really good, by the way.
Oh,
what
thank
said.
you.
That was really well said.
Thank you, man.
I mean,
It's the truth. We have to right now on everything we do.
that's what I love about what you have a really good energy. out
Thanks,
there.
man.
I mean, just when you see
Yeah.
you have this really good energy, and I think Liz was telling me because I wanted to know a little bit more about what your personal.
Yeah.
What does he do? And she said that she thinks that you do like jujitsu or something.
Oh yeah, I do a little jits. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man.
So let me ask you: Does that involve like meditation?
No, I mean, really, it taps into so many different things, man. I mean, those of you out there that roll jiu-jitsu, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm not at it as hard as I need to be. I go through pockets, and obviously right now, just with everything being so busy in life, but jiu-jitsu is amazing, man, because it really teaches you so much, not just physically but mentally. I always say this because I could go on and on forever, but to sum it up in a nutshell, there's so many things in life that you can kind of get away with, like, I should say, bullshitting your way through in a sense.
Yeah.
But jiu-jitsu, you can't. Everything you learn, you have to repeat over and over and over again and hammer it in your brain, the technique. And it's so much repetition that it really, it instills like this discipline in you that trickles into other aspects of your life, right? Because everything is repetition and getting it down, learning about living trust. I mean, go to a class, you take notes, take those notes, go back, read those notes over again, hammer it in your brain, right?
Right.
So anyway, long story short, I really think jiu-jitsu does so much, not just physically, but it gives you all these other disciplines in every other aspect of your life.
And so, that's it's a great example. I mean, I think that obviously that is trickling over into how you do business and what you're preaching out there to your clients.
Yeah.
Because it is about repetition right now. And if there's any great thing that we could share is that staying consistent with what your plan is.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you're door knocking or you're sending mailers out or you're doing like a combination of all of those factors, right?
Yeah.
There's what we call them touch systems, right? So, do you have a texting campaign, an emailing campaign, a door knocking day, right?
Right.
Or a phone calls.
Right.
Phone calls. So there's several touches. And so we're here to help you, facilitate that system for you.
Mm-hmm.
I always tell my clients that, we're an extension of what you guys are doing in your office, your back office. And so, like the clients that I met this week out in San Diego, shout out to Connect Realty, my boys out there. They really have a niche. They have several niches that they're working. But the key that I noticed with these guys is that they're totally consistent, man.
Yeah.
I get requests all week from different agents of theirs, and they always want labels, surrounding their listings and so, but it's every week, man. Every week they're just hitting it. And so, what up, Eric? Sorry.
No, it's okay. I love it. It's awesome to see people jump on here and interact.
Yeah. So, but it's consistency.
Right. Right.
And so whatever that is, whether it's just a basic farm, even if it's just farming your neighbors, farming the neighbors around the listings, or maybe it's not your listing. I just got a guy, he came Saturday to our house here.
Okay.
And he dropped off his flyer. I have it downstairs. He said he's got, it was a flyer for a listing. And so I said, "Oh, is this your listing?" Because it had his picture on it and everything. And he goes, "No, it's not my listing." And I said, "Oh, it's not." But he had the flyer already. And I'm like, "Man, that is exactly what you need to do, man.
Yeah.
He's promoting somebody else's listing."
Yeah.
So of course, I'm like, "Hey, man, I'm a title rep."
Yeah, I know.
So I said right away, "So I'm going to send you a next sellers list."
Yeah.
In the neighborhood.
Nice.
He said, "Yeah, you could do that." I said, "Yeah, man. I'll send you. We have an algorithm through the top."
Yeah.
I said, "I have a podcast on Mondays."
Nice.
And I'm gonna send you the next sellers list, and there's a lot of stuff that we can help you with.
Nice.
So he was like instantly want to know my name and everything. And so
nice.
But what I liked about what he was doing was that he was promoting someone else's listing, but he was just it wasn't his listing.
Yeah. I love it when it's so funny. just when a realtor knocks on a title rep's door, because I've had realtors knock on my door, and I'm like,
It's
man,
like,
you just made a new friend,
just
whether you
walked
like
into
it
the
or
lion's
not.
den.
Exactly.
You know
Yeah.
what I
Exactly.
No, but it was, yeah. So immediately, it's you don't want to lose an opportunity like that.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. Yeah. And there's so many different ways out there, man. The thing is, at the end of the day, I think every realtor needs to understand this, is that us title reps, we're in the trenches with you 1,000%, right? You have days that you are so good. You wake up and, you got that listing appointment went great, this and that. With us, it's, opening however many title orders, this or that, or, seeing how many close that day.
Right.
And it's easy to stay motivated when that is happening, right? But what about the days where, a deal falls out of escrow, or it's quiet? Those, oh my gosh, man, those are, when it's quiet, you're like, but you had the output has to be the same of what you do. You get up, whether it's your cold calls, how many offices you're going to hit, you have to keep doing that and take emotion out of it, right? This isn't a time to be motivated. This is the time to be truly driven and disciplined in everything you do. And that's what's going to, when the market turns around and really picks up, and you're tripping over a listing or an open order at every corner you turn, those of us that are putting in the extra miles right now, whether you're an agent, you're a title rep, you're a lender, escrow, we're going to reap the benefits of it.
Yeah.
Right?
No, exactly. The time is now.
Yes.
The time is now. We have some signs like that. By the way, Viviana from the office, she says, it's our beautiful receptionist. She says, hello from the Glendale office.
What's up, Viviana? Yep.
From the mothership.
That's right.
So, yeah, shout out to our team in Glendale.
Oh, man, the team we have is amazing.
We
could touch on that, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we got some amazing people in the office.
Yeah.
And, you always hear that, it's a family. It's a family, right? Or it's family oriented. But we truly are a family. I mean, we have an amazing staff, from customer service to the units that we're working with. Shout out to our operations manager.
Liz, man.
Yeah.
Liz, let me tell you something. Liz truly is. I look at two big people that are kind of like my go-to mentors, above all, and that's Jorge and Liz. Honestly, I go for so much. I mean, aside from my mom, obviously, but Liz truly is amazing. She's I bug the heck out of her like crazy, and she's always there to answer any question I have, and she's a wealth of knowledge, straight up.
Mm-hmm. Dahlia says, this is Dahlia from Escrow. She says, we are all here to help each other and add value.
That's right.
And that's that's really that's a really awesome statement, and because I know agents out there, whether they're experienced pros or they're novice, they just started, they're rookies, they don't have to know everything. And I always tell them, you don't have to know everything. Your people, you lean on your team. Escrow, right? That's why you need a good escrow team to work. A good escrow officer, a great title team. And nowadays, title reps, you have to, if you're not doing what you and I do out there, then, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard.
It's going to be,
you have to be out there providing value, providing service, providing technology, everything that we provide.
1,000%.
But you also have to have that team, even from your transaction coordinator, your escrow, your lender, you lean on all those people.
Yeah. It truly is. It's a team effort. It's wild. I mean, it's great. Obviously, our bit, our side of things is so relationship based, right? You go to events, you go to this, offices, everything. And it's awesome. I have some agents that they've become truly friends at this point. We have so many similar interests and this and that, but then at the end of the day, once they give you an order and you go into the team and it's up to the unit inside and escrow, they need to be strong, right? And we're like Corey said, we're very lucky to have two amazing units at our office. And, everybody in there is so knowledgeable, and, it's nice that I can hand this off to my team and trust them to give our clients the best service.
No, absolutely. It's critical. So what's going on out there? So when you're in an office, I mean, I know what I'm doing. I'm trying to share different, different niches.
Right.
And on the podcast here, I'll do I'll do some training not necessarily on a whole training on Title Toolbox.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like to do is share little pieces of it.
Yeah.
You know, like I think I did a couple weeks ago. I did one specific niche, and this was targeting either out-of-state owners,
Mm-hmm.
Who have you know, well, absentee owners, not just out-of-state owners, but absentee owners
In general,
in general, but also applying the next seller algorithm or the empty nester algorithm over that. I think it was an empty nester algorithm over an out-of-state owner.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I thought that was kind of an interesting niche.
Okay.
Because there are people getting ready for, you know, who are retiring, liquidating assets right now.
Right.
And so I thought that was kind of interesting. So that's what I went through a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
What's happening out there? What are you sharing right now?
You know, something similar. Again, I try to get agents to really focus their shift on that need to sell market, and that's one thing that's key. I think that it's like there's a line that maybe gets blurred, is like, you know, what to go after, you know, because here's another thing too. Again, going back to being intentional, there's a lot of agents, and I tell them all the time, it's great to have the energy and the tenacity to knock on 100 doors, but you have to really have a good pulse on who you're knocking on. Again, we're able to know that nowadays, right? But again, you want to focus that shift on that need to sell, because there is people that need to sell right now, right?
Right.
To get you that listing. So whether it's, again, utilizing PCT Title Toolbox to hone in on divorces, on stuff like that, affidavits of death, any of the pre-foreclosure stuff, to go after those need to sell markets that we're currently in.
Yeah.
Right.
Now all of those niches that he's talking about, those are all like premium. It's premium data through Title Toolbox.
Right.
So those you'd have to pay for.
Yeah.
But they're relatively inexpensive.
It is relatively inexpensive, and you're investing. I tell agents all the time, you're investing in your business, straight up.
No, exactly.
You know,
exactly.
You can't be cheap when it comes to that, because this is good data. This is data that, again, imagine knocking on people's doors and they need to sell. There is a need to sell there.
Right. And that's the key, is targeting owners who need to sell, or a buyer who needs to buy.
Right.
And so, you know, you don't want to just be wasting time, wasting money.
Right.
Not in this market, because you're gonna have a lot of owners who normally would be selling who are not going to sell because of the high interest rates.
Right.
They're not going to sell their home that they purchased at 3%.
Right.
And go purchase 7%. You know. So you got to really start targeting the owners who need to sell right now. So you need guys like Paul and I.
Yes.
Right? No, but the truth is, I mean, that's what we do. That's what we specialize in. That's why I'm glad to have you on, man.
No, likewise, man. Likewise.
You have the energy, man. You're well-spoken, man.
Thank
You're
you.
out there delivering great information.
Trying to. Thank you, man.
No, you are. I see it. I mean, I see like the clips that you're doing, and I know you're right on. You're spot on. Exactly what you need to be doing.
Yeah.
This is exactly what a title rep should be doing.
Yeah.
In today's market. So if you're a new title rep coming into the business, I mean, this is what you have to be doing.
Yeah.
Right.
1,000%.
You can't be the old school guy delivering donuts. I mean, that's, you know.
Well, that day is done, you know, and it's
done. It's illegal too.
Yeah.
By the way.
Exactly. Well, no, it's very interesting because, again, working with, you know, my mom, right? Mother-son team.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed is that we're really on two different sides of the coin because, you know, again, my mom has been doing this for about 38 years now. And, you know, she built her book of business, you know, at that time. And luckily these people have stuck with her because she is such a good rep. Yeah. But, you know, that was a time where, you know, passing out the card, getting donuts for the office, doing this, doing that, those things were allowed. And that was kind of, you know, now we really, I mean, as a new title rep, if you're out there and you're a new title rep, you really got to be so different and think outside the box. Yeah. Utilizing technology. I mean, technology is key. If you're not up to date with technology, you're not going to last, straight up.
No.
Social media, right? And I'm not great at social media. I have mentors that are always getting on me, like, you need to be on Instagram more, go live, go this, and it's true. Right. But social media, start with that, building your personal brand, right? The systems like Title Toolbox, even like the use of AI nowadays that everyone's using.
Yeah, that's trippy, man. I haven't really dove into that. Are you?
Yeah, I have, and I mean, I use it for my business, and I tell agents that you guys could use it the same. the bottom line is that there's so many tools nowadays, and we need to adapt. I mean, look at us at Pacific Coast Title. We have our farming apps, the Agent One,
Right.
stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Great calculator tool.
Right.
No, there's a lot of great stuff out there.
Yeah.
That AI technology. I just got some agents that I just met with this week were telling me about how the AI can now chop up your videos, because they're talking about my podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. All you have to do is give. I don't even know what it is, a platform where they actually chop it up and create these videos out of several videos.
Right,
clips,
right.
So stay tuned, because you'll probably be seeing that from me.
Yeah, I mean, no, it's true, man.
It's crazy, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's so powerful if you know how to get how to use this stuff.
Yes, and guess what? If you don't know how to use it, you can pretty much
What do you call?
YouTube every damn thing too. Calling your title reps first and foremost. No, but really, it's crazy. Like there's like the resources that are out there to learn things is wild. There's no excuse anymore. There really isn't. Yeah. You got to put forth the effort, and you have your strategic partners like Corey and myself. They come in here, and we help you learn these tools and get a plan of attack. Again, we're strategic partners in your business for you agents out there. We're not just title reps passing out a card.
We're partners.
Exactly.
No, that's great, man. I mean, it's true, and I try not to go out there and, I'm out there to do the same thing, to build relationships, and you're doing the same thing. It's to partner, because we need each other.
1,000%, man.
We need each other more than ever right now.
Yep, that's for sure. That's so key. We really do. We got to lean on each other, because we're all going through it together, whether you're an escrow, you're a lender, you're an agent, you're a title rep. And this is the time, like Corey said, to lean on each other, utilize each other for different resources, get a plan of attack, and go out there and kick some ass.
Yeah. Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, it with title, I mean, it really does start with us, because we provide all the data, the farming, all the tools, the resources, all the applications. Because a lot of title companies, I mean, they all have a lot of us have the same stuff, but not everybody knows how to use this stuff and the strategies behind it that go with it. So we're from the very beginning of your transaction. We can help you grow your business but we also close your business.
Yeah.
We're the ones who close the deals.
Exactly.
You ever think of that?
Oh, dude, I all the time, and I love it. There's nothing I love more is like, especially like with a new agent, you get like, or anybody, you get that confirmation email, and being able to send them a text, hey, congratulations. Yeah. You just close your first deal, whatever.
Every deal is so important to an agent. I mean, they're big deals. This is really big to them. So and that's why we hold that so near and dear to us, because this business means a lot to you guys. And so, that's why we're there to provide you that support throughout the whole transaction.
1,000%.
Right?
1,000%. Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more, man. It's this is some heavy title rep energy in the room right now. So,
so mom's on. She says, love it. I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, love it. Great info.
Yes.
Thank you, my wonderful title partner / mother. She's the best. She really is. I'll say this, and I appreciate all the kind words, man. Anything you see of me, it comes from her, straight up. I mean, growing up and seeing her, like, again, I've been around this business all my life, and I knew my mom was out there all day long, office to office, and getting picked up from daycare, babysitter, and all these flyers in her cars and this and that. But she's been out there working her butt off all day long. Yeah. It's very interesting. Just to get a little on a personal note, something I learned is that I think you always like tell your kids, right? Like be a hard worker, do this, do that, right? The things you tell them. But I've realized is that nobody ever really told me like, oh, you need to do this, you need to work hard, you need to do that. It was just shown. Like my mom just showed me. I just repeating what I saw her do day in and day out. Yeah. Working her ass off every single day. Like, so for me, it was just like, okay, like if I want my kid to do something, I'm going to whatever I want them to do, I'm going to do the same thing. Yeah. And they're going to repeat that. Monkey see, monkey do, right? Exactly. So luckily, I've always seen my mom with amazing habits in her business and everything she did. So I was just like, okay, this is what I do, Wow. Yeah, so, that's awesome, man. Get a little deep there for a second. My mom, the funny thing is I started in this business.
it was a coincidence that I got into title, but my mother was in title.
No
My mother,
way.
Yeah, she was actually she was a title secretary assistant.
Okay.
On a unit.
Okay.
For many years, and so were my aunts and everything. When I got out of school, I studied accounting.
Okay.
And when I got out of school, I got placed at a title company.
Okay.
Just by coincidence.
That's wild.
You know, but so my mom wasn't a rep or anything, but she used to always say, when the going gets tough, the tough get going.
That's right.
And I
That's
always
right.
think about that, man. So,
Mm-hmm.
no, yeah, definitely, you know, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Appreciate that.
And
yeah.
so, you know, you can definitely see those values in
Mm-hmm.
you that are in you. And
Yeah.
so it's great to have you on, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you. It's amazing
Yeah.
to be here. It really is. It's a part of such a great team, and you know,
Yeah.
everybody. I've been very lucky to have be surrounded with the right people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No.
And the right mentors and everything like that.
We really are. I mean, we have a great core, a great system here. You know, and
Yeah.
you know, I've been talking about the classes that Jorge's been putting on. Jorge Mesa, the great, I say
Man.
our fearless leader.
Yep.
Very knowledgeable, a great educator.
Mm-hmm.
And that's really what, you know, he's instilling in the reps here is, you know, you got to get out there, you got to train, you got to educate. And if, you know, not everybody's cut out to do it.
No, for sure. 1,000%.
Sure.
Let's make
Not
that very
everybody's
clear.
cut out to do that.
No. Yes.
A lot of people are not great public speakers, but you know, if someone can't do it from our company, I mean, you know, if a rep is not really cut out for that,
Yeah.
Jorge will come out and do
Man.
it,
That. Yeah.
you know, and so and then we have the classes that we're doing there at the office, and we have a great it's just a big, we call
Beautiful
it a training
office.
room. Yeah, we have
Yeah.
a huge office.
Yeah.
But the training room is awesome.
Mhm.
You know. So have you used that, by the way? Have you guys done this
You know,
training there?
I did a training for a few clients that we work with. It was like 5 of them, but I did it in one of the smaller rooms, and then I gave them a tour. But that training room is awesome. You know, and what I love is like I invite a lot of my clients to our trainings on Fridays. Not a lot of people do that. A lot of title companies do
No.
that, and I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be real. Like I look around and I'm very grateful to people that I work with, and like looking at like Jorge and Anthony.
Yeah.
Those guys really are like my, you know, I look at them, I'm like, okay, I want to be like them in 5-10 years, as far as like, you know, their business and how they run it, and the trainings that they do, they really go above and beyond. And I know all the agents that I work with, especially the newer agents, they love those Friday trainings, man.
Oh, yeah.
I know they don't do it every single Friday, but when they do, and the people that come, this is real value that we're giving you guys.
And they're packing it.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that's it's really key to you know the success that a lot of agents are having there is just really, you know, getting informed about a lot of these different subjects. The more knowledge you have, the more valuable you're going to be out there to your clients.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if I could touch on one thing too really quick, I've been telling a lot of agents, this is really a time too, speaking of educating yourself and value, learn the boring stuff right now. Like
Right.
the stuff that's not the sexiest,
Right.
learning your closing documents, learning about a living trust, which is all interesting stuff, but it's not that fun.
Right.
Learn that stuff and get obsessed with it.
Right.
Because the more you know, that's going to make you grow that much more. And I always tell agents, you before you know it, your confidence is boosted just from the month of training that you put yourself through, as far as learning documents and this and that, all that boring stuff. And then when you go out and talk to clients, you're that much more confident because you know things now.
Yeah.
You know?
No, absolutely. Documents is really, I mean, like you said, it's you know, it's not the most entertaining thing, but
Right.
But understanding how to read them, understanding, you know, trusts, probate,
Mhm. All that stuff.
and especially how it pertains to your transaction, you know,
Yes.
or you know, if you haven't had that come across, eventually you're going to come across something, you know, and then you want to know how, because that's important when it comes to closing and, you know, what you need to ask for up front. So we'll keep everybody posted. Shout out to Aldo over in Texas. It's a new agent.
Oh, nice.
Over in Texas. So he's on with us. And
What's up, Aldo?
Dahlia says, never miss an opportunity to teach.
Mm-hmm.
When you teach others, you teach yourself.
Ooh.
Oh, I like that.
I like that.
No, that's so true.
It's
Because
true.
just from doing the podcast up here, and I'm sure just it's the same way when you're training in person. You know, you're constantly learning.
Yeah.
And in every real estate transaction, you know, it really does have its own fingerprint per se. and not every transaction is the same.
Yep.
You're going to have different situations that you come across throughout your whole life, in your whole career in real estate. You're going to see just new things all the time, and we see that in title. And so that's where, if we don't have the answer, we're always going to lean on title operations manager.
Yep.
And it goes up the chain,
Yep.
From there, we'll talk to underwriting, whatever we have to do to help you, direct you in the right direction, right? Because, we may not have, maybe it's something totally new that we've never seen before. We come across things that we've never seen. And so we just we move it up the chain, and we'll get you an answer. And that's the beauty of working with us here at PCT, is that we get a lot of those decision makings at a local level. We don't have to, it's not a huge corporation where like we gotta go,
Right.
We really have all the answers we can get back to you. If we don't have the answer, on hand, we're gonna get it for you.
We're gonna go to Liz. No, I'm
Yeah, exactly. That's my secret weapon.
Yo,
that's
man,
our secret weapon.
She's amazing, honestly.
Yeah.
But no, it's true. I'm glad you said that. Just to touch on that, it's funny because sometimes, I learned this from my mom. It's like even with 38 years experience, you could still come across a situation where like, wow, like I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
And it's okay not to have all the answers, but again,
Right.
it's important to be resourceful and to know who to reach out to. That's one thing my mom is amazing at. She's very resourceful.
Yep.
She knows exactly who to call when there's a question that comes up that's like, oh, you know what? I've never seen this before. This is a little bit more complicated, because there's a lot of complicated scenarios out there.
Oh yeah, especially when you come across like these old ass easements from like the early 1900s.
Oh, dude,
or
yeah,
something,
yeah.
I've seen some weird ones
It's
like
just
that,
like,
man.
what the heck? Why is this still on here?
Yeah, weird ones too. Some that are not so like, you see some like weird racist type.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Obviously.
You know what? And it's so true. I learned that from Jorge when he
Yeah.
taught me about documents and stuff, and some of the CCNRs that they would put
Back
in there.
from like the
Yeah.
early 1900s.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
yeah. You ever want to trip out on something, man? You check out those old documents,
Yeah.
and you see some hate on paper.
No, for sure.
It's wild.
I'm glad things have changed, man.
Yeah, for sure. No, most
Well,
definitely.
they're changing.
Yes. Yeah.
We gotta have some good news in this world, man.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah. In these
No.
crazy times, but
for sure.
But yeah, no, it's true. At the end of the day, again, just educate yourself. Another thing too, not to keep rambling. Sorry.
No, dude, no, man. Just speak, man. Speak.
I think it's important also right now, right? Because look, at the end of the day, as a realtor, as a title rep, we're entrepreneurs, right? At the end of the day, we're building our own business, and it's very interesting because what's amazing is that there's people out there that are the example of where we want to be. And a lot of these people are generous enough to send the ladder back down and teach you how they got to where they're at, right? Coaching is important, man. Get coaching. And whoever that is, I have some amazing mentors. I'll give a shout out to my boy Albert Preciado right now, because he owns a company that we work with out in West Hollywood, Ambiance, and shout out to everybody there.
If someone can see the feed, we've been having some trouble this morning with our Wi-Fi. We're trying to get that fixed, but I think we're on. If someone's there, if someone can just give us a little thumbs up or something on the comments.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna go ahead and continue though. So what else are you noticing out there? What kind of challenges are you noticing as a rep?
For me personally,
Yeah.
Probably just finding a lot of agents in any one office sometimes.
Oh no, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. That's still I think we've gotten a little too comfortable with the Zoom world and this and that. Not that it's it's not a bad thing. It's a very important tool to use.
Right.
But there's some offices, man, it's amazing. There's so many agents in there, whether they're having call nights or meetings or trainings, whatever. And I love that stuff. And then other offices are very quiet, but also, the brokers that they don't implement the trainings that they need to for their team right now to grow, recruit, stuff like that.
So that now that you say that, I want to touch on that because that's the key, to what we're doing out here. If you're for me, like I'm doing the podcast and I work remotely with a lot of agents out there.
Yeah.
But what I'm doing is I'm trying to set up those one-on-ones. I really do I do it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
But
I dig it.
you know what we should do? We should do a training together.
I'm down.
Yeah. I'll raise your
Absolutely,
hand.
man.
So we just made a commitment.
Yep.
So we're gonna do a training. We'll let you guys know in the future. We'll do one together, and we're gonna invite people out.
Yeah, let's do it.
To our office in Glendale. But what I was getting at is that it's a great opportunity for a broker or for an office manager to get the agents into the offices.
Yeah.
So if you're managing an office, or if you're a broker out there and you want to start, to get the agents to come in, because Paul's right, in this market and during this time, and especially post-COVID, you have a lot of agents still kind of on that, working from home, working remotely. And I don't know if that's ever going to change. I don't know if it's really ever going to come back fully.
Yeah.
So we do need to utilize these platforms and everything, but we can also provide training to the agents in the office. We can do it at our office. So if you guys are interested in that, if you're a manager, if you're a broker, an office broker or manager, and you want to help promote to get the agents into the office, to get educated on some of this, we're not going to teach you how to do real estate. We're going to show you from our perspective, from a title perspective, how to use and utilize all the resources and the tools that you have here at Pacific Coast Title Company. All the tools, the PCT Title Toolbox, which is a great platform for targeting. We have algorithms to help you target the next sellers. And this is an algorithm that we run on an area, on a farm, to help target owners with a higher propensity to sell. Right. And then you also have algorithms like empty nester algorithms, targeting people who are out of the, kids who are, they're out of the home. And maybe mom and dad are ready to sell now. Right.
Yeah. Downsize.
Absentee owners. Out of state owners are what? They're investors.
Yes.
Investors want to do one of two things. They either want to buy more property or they want to sell. They want to liquidate.
And they are thriving right now.
Right. And that's what I was getting at too with that algorithm that I ran over the out of state owners, the absentees, targeting the older investors who are holding, because maybe they want to get out now and maybe they want to sell. Right now is a good time to sell.
Yeah.
I mean, values are climbing still.
Absolutely.
Right. So it's a great time to sell for an investor.
Yeah.
Especially if they're of that empty nester age, even though they're not in the home. Right. Their time, they might be, closing up shop now, and they want to, go on and, travel, whatever. They want to liquidate their assets now.
Downsize, whatever the case is. Absolutely.
Liquidate some of their assets. So that's a great niche to work. And so if you want to know more about that, how to use some of these algorithms and these tools through Title Toolbox, even through PCT 247.
Yep.
Which is, I think a lot of people are leaning towards Title Toolbox, but there's some great stuff on PCT 247, which is our branded version of Title Pro 247. Yeah. But there's a lot of good stuff in there too.
A lot of good stuff, yeah. And it's connected with the Walking Farm app, which is, I always I love teaching that to agents. They love that app.
It's super cool.
Yeah.
No, it's great. It's a great tool. If you don't have that and you want access to a really great application software to have when you're in the field, when you're door knocking, you're dropping off flyers, whatever you're doing, but you're in the field, you want to have access to the PCT instant profile application, which is available. You can get that through our website under agent resources. That website is www.pct.com. Check out agent resources. Down at the bottom, we have our portals to all of our applications. Yeah. And then if you want training on that, we can do that in person. Paul can come out. I can come out. We can do a class together. But whatever works for you, if you see this podcast, or you see, you catch wind, you want a great title rep to work with, get with Paul, get with myself. Right?
Yeah, man.
And
That's right.
We're gonna show you how to use this stuff.
We're here for you guys. Like he said, 7 days a week. The amazing thing too is, like, when you really think about it, again, going back to technology and everything, like, it really is. I mean, we walk around with these little miniature computers, right, all the time, and there's so many things we could do from our phones. So it's like I love. agents that I work with, man, you guys hit me up at night or early in the morning, whatever it is. I love that stuff because that shows me you care about your business. And I'm like, I love to just dive in, roll up my sleeves and get dirty. And let's get it going. Let's make it happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? What about you? What are you seeing out there?
No, this the same thing. Well, we're just seeing that. I'm seeing a lot of my agents are even higher listing. Luxury listing market is. I don't want to say it's slow because sales are occurring every day all over the place. We're just noticing that they're not coming to you. The agents are saying, the referrals have slowed down. So
right.
we're starting to see a lot of agents who didn't used to farm.
Right.
Or we're getting a lot. I'm getting a lot more busier. I'm getting a lot of calls.
Yeah.
To help provide that support, that data, that system, and help them, to create.
Yep.
Whatever niche they're trying to do.
Exactly.
And I see all kinds of different niches out there. I won't share, everybody's what they're doing, but I can only tell you that, they're leaning on us a lot more these days.
Mm-hmm.
And as should you guys. You guys really do. If you don't have a great title rep, or if you don't have a lot of agents out there are still working from home and they don't even have a title rep.
Yeah.
Or a title company that they work with. And so what's happening is, transaction coordinator, whoever, escrow, they'll open the title, but with whoever they choose.
Right.
And so what I'm promoting out, that's partly why I'm doing the podcast is to reach a lot of those agents who are working from home or don't have an office to go to.
Right.
And need a good title rep, and so that they can benefit from the resources of having a good title company, good title team,
right,
and a good title rep.
Super important right now. Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. This is the time. Now is the time to make it happen.
Right.
Like I said, we all got to roll up our sleeves and kind of be willing to get back to the basics. And, it's very interesting, too, because a lot of this stuff caters to newer agents. But what I love to see, too, is even seasoned agents that they have their book of business, but they understand the importance of keeping that pipeline growing. And they're not afraid to learn new things. They're not afraid to learn the tools. And, they kind of set aside their pride and they're just like, yeah, I want to learn this. I want to start farming again. I get referrals, left and right, but I want to build my pipeline for the next 10, 15, 20 years. And that's amazing to see, too, is that you constantly have to be evolving and constantly learning.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game. Like I said, you never stop learning. You're always going to come across different situations, and so that's why you want to show up, at some of these classes that we're doing. And I think, because we don't know, Paul and I don't know everything, right? We have other experts, that we can bring out to help teach you, like the trusts, right? Or even how to read a prelim. It's just, like you said, now is the time to learn. Now is the time to educate yourself, because the plane is going to take off. You're going to get busier, and right now is the time to learn what you need to learn, to plant the seeds, and to get now's the time to get your education in. Yep. Right.
Yep. And double down on everything you guys are doing right now.
Right.
One thing I do notice, I'll share this. I know everyone's life, situation is different. There's a lot of people that are kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out of their business. And I know it's hard to take the leap and to put, your feet completely on the gas, but you really have to be successful in this business.
Yeah, for sure.
I know some agents, and again, everyone's situation is different, but I had one agent that I work with and she has a full-time job, and she recently came to me. She started coming to our trainings, and she got her finances together to kind of get her through the next, whatever year, half a year, whatever. And now she's fully invested in her real estate business. Yeah. And that is such a brave leap to take. And that is what's going to make her a top producer.
Oh, absolutely.
She understands the importance of that. Okay, I can't be half-assed anymore with anything I do. I got to just be fully committed and my foot on the gas and don't look back. And people like that are going to blow up in this business.
Oh, absolutely, man. Including yourself.
Thank you, man. I try.
No, you're doing all the right things, man. And I have no doubt you're going to be like one of the top guns in the game. Yeah, that's why I'm glad to have you on today, man.
Appreciate that, man.
It really means a lot to me, man.
No,
You're
thank you
here.
for having me, dude. Thank you.
And I hope you come to the Christmas party again.
Yes, you got
December 2nd, man.
Okay. Oh, that's actually on my mom's birthday.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
oh, so
yeah.
I'm not sure, man. We're not sure if you're gonna make it. But
Yeah, well, we'll have to celebrate a birthday here. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
No, thank you, man.
The
Thank you
band.
for having me. And again, I'm just grateful to be surrounded with amazing people. You, Liz,
Thank you.
the whole freaking team at PCT, all the agents that I work with, everybody, man. Great support. And this is the time to grow.
Yep.
Cool.
Absolutely. So
Good stuff.
So stay tuned. We'll keep you posted with everything. We're gonna have Paul back on here, and we're scheduling Benutech to come on talk about Title Toolbox and the Rebo Gateway program that they've got going on. You guys are gonna want to watch that too because that's gonna be very, very helpful for you. And any last words that you want to share with anybody right now, or?
No, I mean, really, again, just get out there, get your face out there, build your brand. And again, I'm saying this as I look into a mirror because I need to get better at social media myself. But put yourself out there everywhere, guys. Whoever you are out there, if you're this is even to other title reps, the competition, right?
Yeah.
Get your face out there, constantly and be in people's faces. So when people think of real estate, title, whatever it is, they think of you, and everyone has something different to offer, so stuff like this podcast that we're in right now with Corey, this is amazing, and Corey,
Thank you.
Corey's killing it with this, dude. Honestly, this is your 12th episode, and I can't wait to see where this goes. So let's keep it going.
Yes,
That's
sir.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you'll be back, right?
All right. Absolutely, brother. Thank you, man.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you
Say
for having me.
Say hi to Mom.
Yes.
And we'll be in touch, my brother.
We'll be back.
All right, guys, don't forget to jump on next week. Hopefully, we won't have any glitches, but
I'm feeling good.
Monday, 11 a.m. YouTube Live, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. You guys have a great week.
God is blessing on the road.
Thanks, man. Thank you, dude. That was fun, man. I could have kept going longer.
I'm feeling